That's going to play out as this goes on. It's all Sheriff, so this round for Zeta, and they are completely stacking mid, maybe expecting another tubes push. This time around, DRX is being a little bit more diligent. Once again,
what the?
What was that? What's going on? Who are you?
Who wants to go first?
Leave him to me.
I thought you said they'd put up a fight. I'm barely breaking a sweat.
Sweep the place. Nobody leaves.
Sure.
Who the hell is that?
Get him now!
Yep. How dare you set foot in here again? What are you doing?
No!
Where is he? Stop.
Yang, of course.
You've gotten slow, SIFU. You know why I'm here, don't you? Just step aside.
You were a mistake. I should never have taught you. Now you know too much. By returning here tonight, you've given me a second chance. This time, I will do.
Far, but not a lot of information for either team. Yeah, you've got the one-way smoke there from depth, just a timing smoke. Maybe buy a little bit of time, but
You should run.
really there hasn't been much movement. Lockdown going to be used. Is there going to be an angle here? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Is it going to land?
And it looks like the answer is going to be no. Just a 0 point. As they will scale their way forward, but Plant's not coming in yet, so an opportunity for a flood retake here as the fragment going to be sent in. Plant, however, Mako just eating a lot of that damage, just right on the outskirts. The push forward from Paz. An unexpected timing, he's able to find one. Hit it on, that's a lot of the retake util taken away. With Mako down low, though, still an opportunity here for Zeta to finally get themselves on the board. Paranoia across, flashback, blinded up. Snakebite to try to force Foxy9 out into the open. Has been forced over towards the ramp here. Sugar Zero tries to continue with this flank. Mako holding close. Step taken down. Foxy 9 eliminated. That means that the rear side here exposed for DRX and Mako. Felled.
What I must.
You love to call a timeout, getting ready to go into eco, set the stage for how maybe they can pull off a thrifty, and then also the game plan for the next buy round. But clearly, statistically, the timeouts have not been finding too much impact here for Zeta Division.
No.
Let's see if this one can, because I mean, already this deficit is monstrous. So trying to get a thrifty to pull that off, to get some win in the sales would be huge for potential momentum swing. Right now, DRX is looking, I think, better than we could have anticipated.
Oh yeah, no. This is DRX cooking again in ways that, you know, obviously in stage 1 they came out gangbusters. Yeah, they won every match during the group stage. Fell short of making it to Shanghai. A lot of disappointment there for DRX after having such a hot start. But this new look with the agent comps is certainly working a treat.
It's great awareness, Buzz.
Yep.
Setting up that cloud burst, knowing that somebody could be peeking that angle, checks over into B. Nothing spotted, just backs away.
Show
right
yourself.
as the cloud burst dissipates.
Oh, Sugar Zero.
Straight forward, yeah. As Headshot needs to ring through, but it's going to be Mako who's able to find it. Sugar Zero dead. B site completely opened up. Laz now having to rotate over. Gets himself in the kitchen. It's one of those moments where if he was able to get in position fast enough, you'd love to see, you know, kind of a tempo lockdown used to try to force people back over to anger. You have this forward stack, flashback, find Snap, you don't know he's dead. You're able to find one, but then he is taken down, and now it's just whichever site you please. Laz is out in mid, trying to see if he can intercept, trying to see if he can find a weapon, but he cannot. Foxy with 3, DRX with 9. The onslaught continues.
It's so well thought out here by DRX in so many different ways. With the little things like you're talking about, with the way that Buzz is playing in mid, there's always a player there for trades. Foxy 9 hanging around the flashback, making sure that they can trade effectively after that dizzy lands onto flashback. They do a great job. That's nasty. But Foxy 9 just so ready there for Laz to be lurking through mid. They've got a really good read on the map. They've got a really good set preparation for their executes and things like that, which isn't surprising at all. It's DRX, it's Termi. That's definitely something that he excels at and has throughout his entire career. So Zeta, they just got to dig deep and find some kind of value. Okay, yeah, you're using the Viper's pit on the other side of the map, but you know, again, it's only a 3-man stack. They're not willing to give up that extra space towards kitchen to bring an extra player over, because you have had players like Foxy 9 that were lurking around.
Players for these crucial ultimates are playing
my
more
God.
Mako. Pitching a glimpse without Laz dead. Lockdown not going to be available here. He don't know he's behind 1. Then he's traded out, so no chance that Thrash to come through. And the only player that they're able to find is the only one that's able to put up value. While dead was another 3K drop down to the fourth. Case by making happen. A little whippy there. BDS in range. Spiking out flank. Once again, 0 all on his lonesome. Fragment goes a little bit deep there, but I mean, just can't even try to stick to this one. The hold to try to go to half makes it easy for Mako. Swings out, finds the participation from Foxy 9, and not necessary. 10-0 as DRX are looking for a perfect half and a perfect map.
Yep. Like it's pretty brutal for Zeta right now. We're just being honest, I mean, that spot, I think Mako saw a player there, and Laz kind of turned around. Wasn't considering that other angle. It wasn't being covered well enough, and it cost him his life. It just seems like right now, Zeta's a little bit disjointed. And their understanding of who needs to be watching what angles, how to pressure these DRX executes to kind of shut them down, because that's never happened. DRX gets into these post plants, and as per usual, one of the best teams in the world in those situations. They don't give you much hope. They're so good at trading. They're so good at staggering their utility. They're so good at spacing. All those things result in very, very successful rounds for DRX.
Oh, Mako getting away from this one. Pushing forward. Do they read that he's repositioned this aggressively? Screen goes down. It looks like, yeah, Sugar Zero is going to be ready for it. Solid opening kill going to be found. It's just TP. Back on this side of the map. However, find one, finds two. Last to get down. Bane swinging in the back. Finds another. They all get picked to pieces. And once again, it's Sugar Zero, the last man standing. What's a shot there on a box 9. I'm taking through the corner. Tries to send the same bike to flush him forward. Reinforcing the position now. Box 9 trying to swing him out, trying to force him into the open. He's able to do so. They lose Buzz. They win the round. And the domination is just continuing. No hit inside.
No. It's pretty nuts. And Zeta's just lost. They're befuddled with what DRX is doing, and it's always something a little bit different. Never quite the same round. Was able to find that second kill on the Laz right as the bruise is coming up. Was that's 26. It's destroying right now. They decided to go, well, I gotta wait till I got enough. Why not? You know, last round and a half. Might as well. Timing.
Right set now. Here on main. Swing out. Mako going to take it down. That's the first. He wants to go for the aggressive repeat with Buzz. It's an easy adjustment. Finds a shot right back. Still available here. As Buzz up on the top 9. Full flying shoot on the jet like a punish. He's still alive. 6 HP. He's still seeking for a target that finds it. Next thing on for Ace. Laz getting burned back. It's the last round, but he can't use the lockdown. The suppression holding him in band. Now he's dead. He cannot carry that forward. Sugar Zero down. Bane noted. Dead. 12-0. DRX looking for the perfect map.
I mean, this is another level. Definitely. I thought DRX would still be pretty good, even with, you know, Stacks moving on from the roster. But this is better than anything I was expecting today. Usually, I mean, Zeta, yeah, stage 1 wasn't their desired result. They didn't make playoffs. They only had 2 wins, but they kept all of their matches close. I mean, they pushed Gen G to overtime on Ascent. This is startling, to say the least.
Yeah. I mean, right now it's looking like, ironically, even though the players aren't really there, it's looking like old Vision Strikers Icebox, where everyone was banning it away from DRX. Haven't shown it in quite some time. But clearly, they have been putting in the work, the effort to get this map to a devastating spot.
Go Deb. Yeah, maybe, but not right now. Isn't going so great. Definitely. Well,
The goat is being slaughtered.
yeah, the goat is being slaughtered. It is a sacrifice to the altar of DRX.
The DRX are making a stew. And right now it is mighty tasty. Buzz, 23-6.
Ugh. I mean, that's ridiculous.
I mean, it's almost 2
Yeah.
kills around.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Oh, it's crazy good. I mean, the damage numbers have to be through the roof for him. He's got to be averaging over 200 damage a round, I'm sure. Or close to it. Just absolutely disgusting. Well, okay. Attacker side time for Zeta. See if they can get some momentum. See if they can prevent this from being
They've blocked the entrance to the
perfect map.
warehouse.
DRX, the 13-0.
Need to find another way inside.
The way it's looked, the last is
Get
1
lost.
kill.
Good
Nothing
question.
here for you.
For those Buzz.
But only 1 kill for last. I mean, that is shocking.
Yeah.
Not so tough
He just has
after
to be
all.
comfortable in so many different ways. but like, even the shooting has been seemingly off. Just, there's no other way to put it. It looks sloppy, it looks slow. And at least this time,
A lot of forward space taken.
yeah.
Nothing noted in mid. They should be able to just start rotations across towards this A site.
Junkies.
Laz gonna try to be that
I don't
first
think
line of
they'll be a
defense.
problem.
Just one kill so far, but already shoulder has been spotted. As it offers back some decent damage. Mako chipped away at, knocked down to 32. 0 point connecting. Pressure here. Buzz just playing up inside of the smoke, waiting for timing. Wingman going for the plant. The drop down. Foxy not going to be dealt with here. That's going to be Buzz eliminated. Flashback in a second. It's just he and Mako though. To try to turn this one around. Good on. Pretty much any ounce of damage would finish off the KO. He's been noted, but Mako doesn't find that kill, but it doesn't matter because Flashback does. Now it's all on Laz. Still just a 1 kill. His position known. Just trying to play the clock as much as humanly possible. Reloads the Sheriff. 1 tap onto either player. Will take them down. The tap on the spike and Mako up over the top. They get it done. 13-0, a rare sight indeed, but DRX come out swinging here. The opening series of stage 2.
Unbelievable. The youngsters looking great. Obviously Buzz having an outrageously good performance to start. But the comp in general just looked really, really well thought out here for DRX. That Zeta completely left befuddled.
Absolutely insane performance here from DRX. And let's go ahead and pass it back to the analyst desk to see what they can glean from this.
Sheesh, what a way to kick off Stage 2 DRX with a new roster. We see Klo for the first time, and we are getting our second 13-0 this year in Pacific. First time on Icebox. You okay, Quack?
No, you look in the scores.
Okay. Calm yourself. Calm yourself.
It was a very fast game. It was a very fast game, and Buzz.
It's quite fast.
Yeah, and Buzz looked like he was out to prove something.
It's 26 minutes fast.
26 minutes, and Buzz
Hey,
had how
you!
many kills? 26, 28,
20-something.
27? Yeah.
Like 50,000
Not topping
kills.
fluorescence from Game
Well, okay. But Buzz, I mean, Buzz is farming, and like the
I can
caster
make
said,
it.
I mean,
Just
you
need to
could
run
tell
it.
that they actually really thought about how to use clothes, some of the ways that the smoke's being used to really shut down pipes, things like that. And it was very apparent that Zeta just was not expecting this at all from DRX.
That's the most insane thing. Really not doing it here. How did they not get a single
Breathe. It's gonna be okay.
Thank you.
It's gonna be okay. They're still, they still have a plan on their back. They still have a plan on their back.
Buzz was absolutely on fire. I mean, we were talking about his kills just now. And, you know, contrasting against Dev, contrasting against Zeta with their zero duelist comp, there must be something here to it, but look at this score.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the stats are obviously all going to be landslides for DRX in a map like this, but okay, so Gen G tried this before as well, right? Where you swap out the Jet for the Omen, you still have the 2 initiators, things like that, just like Zeta here. And I will continue to say, and this, you know, Team Liquid has tried this before as well out in EMEA, I actually don't think the comp itself is as bad as it seems. I think it's got legs, I think it has a theory behind it, but you have to play it in such a way, and you have to force your opponents to respect your utility, like your smokes, right? Like the pressure, like the paranoia. And Zeta just wasn't able to do that. Now, was that because they started losing the duel in the first, 3-4 rounds, so they never got a chance? Maybe, but at the end of the day, we just never saw anything that Zeta might have prepared come to fruition.
Yeah, I wonder if it's like a little bit that blow that was a bit of a curveball for them as well. I mean, yes, Buzz was absolutely insane, but this is DRX just keeping them on their toes. They were really aggressive across the entire map, but they were also trying to bamboozle them here and there. There were rounds where, Dev tried to push out, Zeta tried to go on the offensive against Zeta, maybe taking flashback down a notch. But after that, the mid-rounding comes in. DRX, they rotate over on B, and Buzz, Foxy is so annoying. He's able to lurk in through mid, kill off Laz's turret, and it just makes Zeta think a little bit way too much.
Yeah, Foxy Knight's lurking, I think, was very key, right? They didn't need to use it too many times, but it was always there so that there was that option to go for these rotates, to go for the stalls, things like that. And also, it seemed like DRX was always trying to think ahead on what would Zeta's reaction be in the next round. How would they, if I was Zeta Division, what would I do to try to remedy this previous round? They get the read, and then at that point, you can tell Zeta starts to play scared, right? Yeah, they try some of these pushes out on A. step ahead of Zeta.
Always keeping them on their toes, always that one step ahead of Zeta, and Zeta just not quite being able to catch up. And you can really see that start to affect their gameplay a little bit as well. There were these moments where Euron I mean, it's a little bit interesting that they swapped over to Gecko and KO, but it's a good one. Euron's still up there. He flashes through some of these smokes, but his teammates aren't really there to pick up those frags or trades alongside him, and you can definitely see it in that last pistol round as well, which was just so darn heartbreaking.
Yeah, and I also just want to say that there was an aim depth, right? We'll just say it like it is, because here's the thing. It almost felt like Buzz was playing the patched ISO with how many shots he took, and he was still able to go in and get kills on the site. Because the headshots were not coming in from Zeta.
Damn!
I'm just saying what I call it. If some of those headshots had landed, maybe one or two of these rounds would have gone different.
Yeah, and they really needed those 1 or 2 rounds, but they got none. DRX is looking really watertight right now with their comms right now. You were talking about this just now, William, and I'm really liking the roster changes on DRX. And we heard there is an IGL, it's Mako, but Bane is also a secondary caller. I think there's a lot of comms changes in general happening with DRX, and we were talking about this evolution that was needed from Korean Valorant, especially from DRX. Now, Sunset is Zeta's pick. How are you guys feeling for Zeta Division at the moment?
Well, we definitely hope that there's going to be a bit of an improvement. You know, this is one of their map picks. They've been, working on this ever since stage 1. There is that experiment with Phoenix. I don't know if they're sticking with it. Maybe Neon comes out at some point. Hopefully. I would love to see a lot more from them, but, it's just, Sunset is a good map. You have a lot more options. You have a bit of time in the middle of the round to really rotate and throw some fakes against DRX, and that could work out against them.
Yeah, it's not going to be as much about if you lose the first couple of trades, it's just immediately over and it's just the same thing every time, like it is in Icebox. So hopefully Zeta, I think the biggest thing is they have to, during this downtime, right, just consider, okay, just erase that out of our minds. Okay, we didn't catch on to the game plan, we were caught off guard, whatever. We still have a game plan going to Sunset. Let's see what we can prove.
It's okay, Zeta Division. Still not the fastest 13-0 Pacific, but it's
Your time is up now.
But, and then forget it. Now you can forget it and move on. Audience, don't forget that. That was pretty fun. Now, we got fun for us because we have return of the guessing game. It's time for, what ranks do you guys end stage 1?
I don't know. Probably gold. Probably gold.
Well, yeah. I ended somewhere. I don't know. I've fallen from grace as well. I think Valdez and Achilles were Radiant winners last time. So we're gonna play it again. For those of you who are just joining us for stage 2, with us for the very first time, we have a question. You guys get to vote. Who's gonna secure the most first kills?
First kills.
So you can also pick tie.
Yeah, not most skills. First kills.
First kills. And this is Sunset. This is Zeta Division's pick. And I see most of the viewers pick DRX. So viewers, you'll see on the board later, you're represented by Wingman. You are a Wingman here in Pacific. And, yep, you guys are my little homies.
Oh boy. First kills.
Yeah.
All right. Simple as.
Quack is so... it could be a tie.
It could be a tie. It could be a tie. These are actually the worst.
Yeah.
Because it's not a 50-50.
It really isn't.
Right off the bat,
we're
production
ready.
doing us dirty with
All
3
right,
choices.
Here we go. It's DRX flush here.
Listen, after what we just saw, it's hard to count against that.
And if we looked at the data, I know you like to look at the data. Did you get a chance to look at the data for these games and try so hard?
Well,
you were so try hard for these games.
I
Did
was,
you look at it?
and look at where that got me in stage 1.
That's true.
So.
It didn't really work out so well for you. All right, audience viewers, we are together in this. We're all starting from gold. We've reset the ranks. Yeah, so we're all gold and all the best to us.
Yeah, it's like a new act. It's just like
It's
a new act in game.
New rank.
Cool. Resets.
Yep. And we are going to go to Sunset with agent picks. I am curious. Phoenix was an interesting pick last stage 1 from Zeta Division. Let's see if they continue that trend. And of course, we want to see what DRX has up their sleeves this time. It's been very clear, though, both these teams have been working real hard over the last few weeks.
Okay. All right. They just scrapped the entire thing. Thought it was over. You're keeping, you're bringing in the breach as well, which has really become a staple here on Sunset. The comp itself is not going to be anything too shocking overall. Global Valor, but obviously going to be playing that again.
The
Huron
warehouse.
continuing to stick
I'm
with
getting
the
closer.
Gecko, so kind of taking a step back to that info initiator role here for Zeta.
And I can see that working out really well for either team. I mean, this is a map where that mid-rounding matters a lot. It will show a lot of that impact from Mako as the new IGL and maybe Bane as the secondary caller as well. But for Zeta Division, especially with this agent composition, how is that combo going to work out?
Yeah, and I also just want to call to Flashback as well. Obviously, a bit of a role change for him since kickoff. We saw him play the Clove. Now he's playing that KO. He's not going to be able to just go for his own kind of jiggles, right? His own duels. He really has to set up Buzz. Let's see how that chemistry works out here with Sunset.
I can see him as that secondary duel.
Well, DRX is definitely here to play. They want to get into champions, and they are not messing around. Let's go to our map to Sunset. Discover their casters, Kilios and Paperthin.
Thank you very much. Yes, let's go ahead and get into the action. One away to kick off stage 2 at 13-0 from DRX. Who absolutely
Shame I'll have to throw you back through it.
to make their way into champions. 2 internationals missed this year. But after their performance in stage 1, they've racked up quite a bit of points. So getting this win here, one step closer.
Yeah, they're getting themselves in a really good position. Kind of, no matter how things shake out. Both champions to compete in front of the whole crowd here in Seoul, South Korea. That could, completely change things. I mean, it looks like a different team.
Too late to
I mean, obviously Buzz dropped an insane map. The best you'll ever see, just period of the story. The numbers were outrageous.
Nearly 300 ADR is
That's
pretty good.
bonkers. He was doing everything right. Laz gonna be on the Cypher this time, no chamber. Dizzy,
Clears it out.
yeah, one-way setup for himself and just kind of bully them around the map a bit. Step on the other side with the Rays. Much improved this year on Rays. Has Ben really impressed with the way that he's able to utilize glass packs. Of course, it's going to be a little bit of a change eventually, but still.
We'll see that in play next week.
Yeah, next week. We got a week. We enjoy one more week of breeze, maybe, if we get there.
I don't want to be late to the
today.
club.
Well,
Who in the
might have to
fuck?
wait to see if it comes up in the second series, depending on how this pistol does go. Foxy. Noise. Swing it out. Oh, yeah. Very snappy with a headshot. Finds it over to kill. That's going to be noted here. The Cubby Paranoia. Already sent. This Buzz being noted, getting teams down. They're able to find that kill. Flashback against the round one here. They had advantage from the side of Zeta as the rotations continue to come through. Both wrapping around in towards Bulba. Everybody, DRX playing forward, trying to bring the fight over to these players here on the side of this division. Baines will not want them out. Just the 2 players left standing. Mako still somehow alive. Finally finds that kill. Now last man standing. Right clicks being set. They hold on the corner, and Zeta Division will get their first round win in the series.
Yeah, this looks really nice from Zeta. Good protocol from Laz. Clear the Dizzy. Make sure there's no opportunity for DRX on that first attack. Foxy goes on a bit of explore. He's shut down by death. And you can just really rely on the advantage you have as the defenders in that moment. The trap wire well placed. Catches Buzz. It's an easy for Zeta. Clean him out. Zero doing a good job. Mako, there's not much he can do in this situation, especially with the wingman. It'll be very, very tricky there. Get anything done. So now let's see if Zeta can string some success together.
Buzz is a shorty. Likely going to be a slow creep up to a very fast hit.
But the way that Laz and Util is set up could be a little bit difficult here for DRX to clear, but they get him. Wow.
An immense amount of damage onto him.
Yeah, that's
Fault line
not
to try to
good.
hold him at bay. Cage comes in, but already scaling their way up into the site. Looks like it's going to be a couple players cutting across in towards Market. Fishing for a tag there with that camera. You got on as well, spamming with the Guardian, trying to find something. Cage goes up. DRX backpedaling a little bit there as Fox gets himself over towards main, watching for a potential flank. Buzz on the corner. See if somebody keeps pushing it in. Depth. Silent. Push coming through, and it's only going to be a tiny amount of damage. Shorty just not in the right range. Trying to find that real impact. Players now being lost here on the side. DRX. All 5 alive, and they look for this flawless. They will find it. Laz with 3. Starting to heat up. Zeta hold on to all their weapons. Themselves up 2-0.
Yeah, you can definitely see that with their fast pick. Zeta looks quite a bit more comfortable. Everybody there doing a good job trading. No overheating there from Depth. He gets low. Yes, early Jeez, Laz. Okay.
These will
That
be
third
useful.
one just going fishing in the smoke. Read that correctly, but now they're gonna move some of his util over towards the other side. Cyber Cage as well. Put right by that trap wire to allow him a little bit easier access if that player clears it or does trip it. Can pop it and get a free kill potentially. So you see exactly how DRX wants to approach this now that they've been challenged a bit here. Just looking for some mid-aggression as Depp has the camera to back him up with Laz. It's more of like a fallback play on the side of Zeta. DRX though, considering mid, just saying, okay, well, we can maybe find some open space. Just the camera to have to worry about currently. Oh,
Will get taken out.
yep. Just checking to see if anybody was going to play off that cam.
I'll go pushing forward. Not going to spot it. And the double swing. Sugar Zero is going to be able to take him down. That can be a rifle. Now upgraded here. That just has that Spectre. Swing in. Foxy going to be good for one. Laz swapping the cage. Tucked here for the moment. Another cage set up to try to make his exit. Covers a weapon. He wants to re-swing in, and he's able to find one. Buzz, however, does take him down. He shall send. Rotations now getting ready to come through in the 3v3.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Yeah, quite a bit of util to work with. The paranoia, the breach, flashbacks, and getting ahead of it.
Love the chase, but yeah, cannot get that detained. Flashback out, taking the space. Able to find one. Another flash. He'll be back here. That paranoia crashes across. On the bait here for the time being. I mean, bonus here for Zeta. He takes away another weapon. Even with a round loss, it's still going to be a decent round for him. They can find that additional damage here. Lost quite some time. And being sent out Buzz. On the flank, able to find one. Sugar Zero trying to see if he needs some more. He does. Flashback going to be taken down. Swings around the corner, tapping the spike. I'm just not going to be there. DRX is aware of this. Leaving Buzz trying to collect the kill, which he will. 3-piece for him. DRX give himself on the board, but some damage dealt here by Zeta Division.
Yeah, they look pretty solid. I like what DRX does. He uses that threat to check that angle with the free kill as well with flashback peeking off the back of it. But the rest of it pretty well handled by Zeta. Honestly, good push out there. Sugar Zero very aware, very ready for that angle. Even though maybe Mako probably felt like he had a free kill, potentially seeing that gun barrel. Overall, it's looking pretty solid now for Zeta.
Yeah.
I mean, you already have a showstopper for Depp. You have the neural step for Laz. He's just gonna go out. What? This is insane.
Oh, the paranoia connecting. Spares them a little bit, but Laz able to find one. Mako still pushing the issue, but now the showstopper in play. He's revealed he's dead. Depp able to find that one out. Hero continue to push forward, finds Bane, but Buzz gets his back for two. Sugar Zero and Hero both dead. Now suddenly 2v2. They're taking the fight to him, but Buzz stands tall. A 4K for him. Showstopper now online. Zeta trying to up the tempo, trying to up the aggression. What Carlo was talking about in that coach's interview over on the analyst test with TRX. They swat him away.
It looks
You
so
must
good
enjoy the taste of defeat.
for Zeta Division. They're using both the ults so well. You know, Depp not pulling the rib, pulling the cord off the rib. Waits a bit. He's got Mako in a bad position. They line up there for Buzz. And he continues to just have an unbelievable day to start stage 2 of Pacific.
Sugar Zero there. 7-2-0 for Buzz. Showstopper at the ready. Bring it on this round. Knows they're going to be playing carefully against an eco here. And Shane Schultz trying to clear the corner, but a quick TP out. Sugar Zero keeping himself elusive. As Hero with a nice headshot. Takes out flashback. Weapon on the ground. Clock goes off.
Just a little bit of damage done to Mako. They're just going to stack up and Buzz again. SC9.
Finds one. Foxy, however, still in potentially a rough spot. If Hero kill him with a nice shot, but Sugar Zero. He finds two. The Sheriff delivering value. Quick clear out on that one. The push forward, and Hero finds the headshot. It's a thrifty for Zeta to regain the lead. What a round and what terrific.
Oh my word. Snappy there. You love to see it.
Step
That is so difficult to do. On the side of Zeta. Great shot from Unidone. Sugar Zero. Able to dodge the util. Oh, that is so good.
Lining up.
Nice, yeah. Not bad at all. Gonna go for the Bucky. Back up that show showstopper didn't get used in the previous round. Still able to hang on to that ultimate, really invest it, try to get some value. Yeah, clear the boombot to hide that Bucky. Here they go.
Fault line though, widely gonna hold him at bay. And it's gonna be a trade out here, race for raise. Weapon's not really gonna be recoverable, but Foxy9 creeping up in the market. Headshot across onto Sugar Zero. We had a multitude of back-to-back thrifties over in Master Shanghai. Does that continue now over here in Pacific?
But this isn't Gen G.
No, it's not. DRX looking to make it happen. Smoke coming down. Mosh at the ready. Decent amount of post-plant util. That fragment also available here from Flashback. Waiting to hear the tap. With Jiggle out. Reveal coming through. Swing onto the corner. And Bane able to collect two. And my God, they're making it happen. The last one standing. Doesn't clear the dizzy. Just has to drift away. Knows that he cannot play into this one. DRX, they will be allowed to move up 3-3 to tie things up once again and to get a thrifty of their own.
Again, it's DRX in these post plants. So difficult to deal with. They're so smart, they're so aware of their space. Just waiting out the timing. Like you said, they've got plenty of util, and clearing teams out of that B main space is so difficult without a flank. No flank available for Zeta. And Foxy9 just does a great job getting into mid, getting that pick, getting the upgrade, and creating that space that DRX really needs. Okay, yeah, you're trading, but that's totally worth it. Great spots for the side of DRX there. Good stuff from Foxy9 that round. Really having a ton of value on that Cypher.
Yeah.
Individually and also there at the end with the util.
Their timing's been fantastic. Now timeout called here as we're tied at 3-3. Carlisle probably went from elation of the thrifty into just devastation of the follow-up. So wants to pump the brakes, course correct a little bit here, going into round 7.
I will say the one thing that is pleasing me about this map is it isn't like the ultra streaky Sunset the last time we saw DRX on it when they played Gen G in the playoffs. It's been very back and forth. Both teams really putting on a good showing on this map. We'll just pretend Icebox wasn't there and move on to this one, but one away from the no command is Flashback, and you're I think one away there for Bane as well.
Yep.
On the Thrash, so some big ultimates could be coming into cycle for DRX. It has to be considered as Zeta's most ego. 3 sheriffs, 2 rifles. Get it on.
Here we go again.
Oh my God.
Forward hold. Into the back, fault line gonna be sent. Paranoia to try to hold him at bay, but Flashback still ends up getting caught out. Now Mako wrapped around on. Take it down. Buzz moving forward. Get some noise here from the Cypher cage. Continues to swing up. Foxy clearing. Out that trap wire. He will find the first one. Does he know that there's a second player here in market? Well, now he certainly does. Spots the shoulder, finds the headshot. But at the same time, chasing forward, taking a peek around that B site. You don't note until now. Boombot's going to be cleared out. And going to the plant. Allow this one rather than try to clear it, but now the Dizzy connecting. Tuck back. Dizzy coming. Now the flash. Sent. They have to rotate out. Wingman's going to be cleared. The push forward from Hit unable to find it. As Buzz wants to take a puck to him. Shorty in hand. He knows he's the tame. He will put him down.
Oh. That's so good. From DRX to start again. Zeta, these aggressive rounds, they're always finding good advantages. They're able to use the TP for Sugar Zero to get behind the box and then find some good value. Paranoia connecting for Sugar Zero as well in that affair. But after that, it's just DRX is so tenacious with their shooting. Foxy9 is an absolute monster in market, making it so miserable for Zeta to try to hold that space. Quick rotate from depth. No real value found out of it. DRX this time just checking, make sure there's no quick play from the side of Zeta. I mean, it's a great fault line to start that previous round. Kind of catch DRX a bit off guard, but counter punch is just so strong from DRX. They are looking so clean with their rifling. Oh, well, Foxy9 gonna lose out on that exchange with Theododon. So
one. Solid opener.
Yeah.
Flanker held at bay. So 3 players towards that A segment starting to drift their way over towards B, getting the sense that DRX moving up on that side of the map once again.
They're just gonna scale all the way into Boba here. I thought maybe they'd give it a go.
Bounce around the back. Oh my god, Buzz!
Jeez.
Absolutely on one. Just get shut down there. Dev not allowing them to find more value. Finds a kill, but Flank gonna be coming through. Man advance, she has the side of Zeta. Trap wire. It's cleared out now. It's gonna be taken down. No command at the ready here for flashback. Should he decide to use it?
Dev's one away from the showstopper. If they can find a kill, he can be the one to create the space they need to get this defuse.
Rush sent out, trying to buy some space here. Push out on the flashback. The thing shells into the corner, trying to get the fragment on the floor, getting taken down, but he cannot. Now showstopper available. Dev sends his name. Last man standing. He cannot get the follow-up. 3 players left alive. Zeta keeping us neck and neck as they tie in 4-4.
Yeah, this is nice from Zeta. Well considered there with those mollies to make sure that all the area behind the box was completely clear. Making it a little bit easier for Depp to get that kill that they need. Get in there with the showstopper, seal the deal. Very nicely thought out for Zeta Division. Early pick, and he's just playing right off the back. Great find, great understanding of the space being created by those mollies. Yeah, you can't get in there with the rest of the team. Hot on his heels, ready to take down the final member there, Bane. Foxy trying to push ahead there a little bit. Pretty well thwarted there by the utility of Zeta. Got a decent stack. Def and Sugar Zero there towards A. Yudon falling all the way back towards spawn to try to back up Yudon. He's going to fall back as well, so is this going to be accounted for by Yudon?
For the time being. Oh man, was a spot to pick a lot of plays. That's fine. Buzz. Game shows that there's still some more forward presence here in mid. The rest of DRX though pushing their way forward towards A. Sugar Zero here to try to hold the line. Pulls off the angle. Here's the flash. Sends out a smoke. Paranoia still at the ready, but he just goes for a timing shot and Baku gets taken out.
Okay, sure, why not? Like, that's an insane instincts there from Sugar Zero. So understanding what DRX is trying to accomplish. I mean, DRX is doing a decent job working the map, but they're losing
blocked the entrance
1v1 duels in this round.
Need to
It may
find
be
another way
too
inside.
much at this point. They've lost 2 players. See what Depp
Right, shifted forward. Player's going to be noted. Dizzy up over the top. Not going to spot much. Flashback. Shifts over to reinforce. Flashback forward. Spotting some there. He goes jumping forward. Goes for the kill, but main flashback 1 apiece. Last 2 players standing here versus 3, and there's still going to be that thrash now available now. Being sent towards them. They're the ones that attain being found, and that's the last player. Slaz will be able to collect it with relative ease. Zeta with the defuse. Once again, getting themselves into the lead.
Yeah, trying to do a little bit of a set play there with Depp. Saw the stun connected, but got a little too overeager. However, again, the fact that Zeta's winning those duels is huge. That winning those 1v1s. You know, this one for Hirodon. Whoa! Sure, why not? I mean, I guess Sugar Zero wasn't really a duel. It was just him just spamming through the smoke. But, oh man. What a round there for Zeta. That one can't rely on rounds like that all the time. See a little bit more coordination. I do appreciate what Eric is trying to do. Really spreading the map.
Oh, Laz trying to take some space, but Laz ready for it. They were anticipating some of that aggression coming through in mid. Man going for the plan. Trap wire needing to be cleared out. Step arrives in behind them. He's going to be pulling off that flank for the time being with Rolling Thunder at the ready. Not sending that one through, but Mako out in front of it, but it doesn't matter. Laz just swings in, finds a kill, finds himself a third of the round. Dizzy connects with Bane. What's he doing in here, pal? Down. On for the ace, but denied as Depp will find it. Zeta, a flawless. Go ahead and finally stretch the lead. Now up by 2.
Yeah, they look really, really solid here in this retake. Coming from a bunch of different angles. The utility really good to set Laz up. Laz very prepared for this market push. Oh, the stun connects as well. It's good timing from Yudon. Oh, I think that was a judge there for Buzz.
Shut down. He saw on the player screen. He was not happy about that shutdown.
ultimates. Certainly something that Termi is talking about, how they want to utilize those. It's a couple Guardians, a Bulldog, 4 Bane. Are you going to be able to use those successfully alongside Buzz being one away from a showstopper? So find an orb, but it looks like Zeta's kind of wise to it. Potentially on the B angle. Looks like they're going to set up for a fault line from Market into potentially a combo player, maybe just a Boombot to try to cover this orb. You'd like to prevent the showstopper if possible, but not willing to overcommit just yet.
Thrash being sent. Foxy, oh, some nice taps going in there. He's hit it on, catching some strays. Foxy going to be holding in from behind, and as he taps the camera, he spots everybody. Pulls back over towards the spawn. Have a bit of a cheekier angle, play off that trap wire. Looks like, though, Zeta not going to give the opportunity. Full send in through Bubba as well as Mark.